You ever notice how quiet a man becomes when he's done trying to be understood? That kind of silence isn't peace, it's exhaustion. You sit there, still, not because you've got nothing to say, but because you've said everything before, and it didn't matter. You used to explain, you used to open up, you used to care, but now you just nod, smile, pretend, and somewhere inside you, something whispers, "This isn't who I was." You weren't born like this, cold, detached, guarded. You became this, bit by bit, moment by moment. And here's the part no one wants to admit. You didn't create this version of yourself alone. The women who say, men don't communicate, men don't open up, men don't care, they forget something. They helped build the silence they now hate. You learned early that emotions are dangerous, that love comes with rules. You watched your mother break down, and no one came to help her. So you did. You became her comfort, her emotional shield, her little therapist. That's called parentification, when a child takes on the role of the parent. When you're forced to be strong before you're ever allowed to be small. And that's where it began. The war inside you. You learned that your needs don't matter, that love means fixing, not feeling. So, when you grew up, you looked for women to care for, not women who'd care for you. You chose women who needed saving because saving made you feel safe. Until it didn't. Until every relationship became the same story. You giving everything, and her saying, "You're emotionally unavailable." Funny, isn't it? You learned to be emotionally unavailable as a survival mechanism. That's hypervigilance. Always scanning for danger, never relaxing, never showing too much because showing meant pain. You built walls not because you're cold, but because you had to be. And now they call you detached. But what they don't see is the trembling child behind that wall, the one who just wanted to feel safe. And the irony, the same women who say, "I want a man who's soft, open, emotional," often recoil when they finally meet one. They don't want vulnerability. They want strength that looks like emotion. They want your truth, as long as it doesn't make them uncomfortable. So you hide again, bite your tongue, swallow your sadness, because every time you tried to show your real self, you were met with confusion, criticism, or silence. That's how emotional neglect repeats itself. It's not always loud, it's subtle. It's the "you're too much," the "don't be dramatic," the "man up." Each phrase becomes a scar, each rejection another brick in your wall, until one day you wake up and realize you've become the very thing they accuse you of, the distant, cold man, the one who doesn't chase, the one who doesn't care. But it's not indifference, it's defense. You're not avoiding love, you're avoiding pain. Because somewhere deep inside, your inner child still remembers what it felt like to love fully and lose safety in return. You promised yourself back then, "I'll never need anyone." That's avoidant attachment. It's not arrogance. It's self-protection disguised as strength. And now, you meet women who call it emotional immaturity without realizing it's emotional trauma. You can't fix what you don't understand, and they can't love what they don't see. So yeah. Maybe women did create the men they now complain about, not out of malice, but out of misunderstanding, because they were taught too, that a strong man doesn't cry, that vulnerability is weakness, that if he's too emotional, he's not masculine enough. Generations repeating patterns, mothers teaching daughters, who then fall for sons of silence. But here's the truth. You don't have to stay this way. You can break the pattern. You can look at the boy inside you, the one who never got to rest, and say, "It's okay now." You can stop surviving. That's shadow work, facing the parts of you you've buried, not to blame, but to understand, because understanding is what turns pain into peace. You're not broken. You were conditioned. You're not cold. You're protecting yourself. And you're not unlovable. You're just afraid love won't be safe. But the healing starts the moment you stop blaming her, your mother, the world, and start seeing why. Because awareness. That's the first breath of freedom. So, next time someone says, "Men don't feel," remember, you do. You just learned to hide it well. But now, it's time to unlearn. Time to feel again. To heal again. To speak again. Because the world doesn't need more silent men. It needs awake ones, honest ones, healed ones. If this spoke to your soul, Don't just scroll past. Hit that subscribe button. Not for me, but for you. Because this space is for people who are done pretending, who are ready to understand themselves, to break cycles, to rise above pain. Every week, we go deeper. We talk truth. We unlearn the noise. So take a breath and join the ones healing in silence, but not alone. Subscribe and let's keep rebuilding what the world tried to break.